Deuce Media Team.
Just go out and ball today, bro. Thing, don't press. I know you're feeling a little under the weather, but go out there, do what you gotta do. Take good shot, rebound the ball well, box out well, play good D. If you're feeling winded, let coach know. Come out, just take care of yourself. Boy, I swear, boy, y'all want to be this, want to be that. Camera, come on. That's all y'all want to do is the grittiness. Boy, come on, man. It's all good. Well, we at the big house today, huh? Big house, but you play with the, class 2028 and 27? 26. Yeah. So, yeah, but this is a chance to, actually play with your class of 2030. I ain't knocking it. We definitely not knocking it. You just getting a little work in with them, You just getting a little work in with them, But it's awesome that you do get to play with the older kids. How you feel about that?
I think it's good for my development because, I think I'm ahead of my grade when it comes to sports, basketball. So being able to play with 10th graders and 11th graders really helps me, helps me get stronger and just play harder.
What's the biggest difference that you see playing against, y'all age group, your age group in particular, versus playing against the older kids?
I feel like older kids, they have they're way stronger and more competition for me. They play harder, so it teaches me to play harder because if I'm not playing hard, it's going to show a look terrible, especially when you're going against older kids as a 7th grader. So playing hard, they help you. Playing against older kids help you play harder.
So lately, and I ain't gonna say lately because we've been seeing it since we, been traveling to these different fields, tracks, and basketball gyms all over. It's kind of different for me as a dad, being your parent. The amount of people who know you, how are you dealing with the people that's knowing you and the younger kids and even older kids I've seen come up to you and I hear whispers from parents in the stand, oh, that's the kid, Deuce, that's Deuce, that's Deuce. How does that feel being that you got a little buzz now?
It's really cool knowing that people know me around Florida and around the world because that's really what I'm working for. I want people to know oh, that's Deuce. When they see me, they know that's Deuce. So it's really cool knowing that people know me and stuff.
Easy work. All right, here we go. That $1 million question. It's a $1 million question right here. A lot of people always asking me, a lot of people always coming up to me, want to know, oh, Deuce, he play multiple sports, this, that, and the third, what sport does he like the best? What sport you think he gonna do? And my question, my answer to that question is always, it's gonna be a time where he's gonna have to eventually decide because you just don't see any multi-sport professional athletes in that manner anymore. But I'm not saying it can't be done. But what is your favorite sport that you're thinking you're likely going to play?
I think I'm more likely to play football when I get older, simply because my skill level is way higher than my basketball, and I've been better at it my whole life than I have been playing basketball. So it's I think I could play professional football when I get older.
The advantages in multi-sports and playing multiple sports that I see is that you're always in shape. So when parents ask me, what does Deuce do to train? What does Deuce do to get better? What does Deuce do to maintain, a high level of competitiveness playing multiple sports? I tell him, I feel it's good. It keeps him busy. It keeps him out of things. It keeps him engaged. Keeps him at a social level that's typically higher than others that don't be engaged in sports. And I think it's just great for you, to maintain that high level, because you've always said you wanted to be a professional athlete. You didn't want to be the cop, a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, which there's nothing wrong with any of that. But since you were 4 or 5 years old, that's all you say. I want to be a football player. I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a professional athlete. So even on your little stuff, when the teacher asks you at school, you always put, I want to be a professional athlete. I want, so as a parent, I felt that I had to put you in the best positions, and the positions I choose to put you in and to keep you active are the ones that I'm doing. But what do you feel, as being a multi-sport athlete, again, how do you feel? Are you think you're getting burnt out, or do you think it helps?
I think it helps me. It's helping me become stronger, because I'm basically playing sports year round, doing track, basketball, football. So it's keeping me in shape and just helping me get stronger, build more muscle. So I think it's actually really good for me.
That boy Deuce. Let's go. Got to play.